India's growth story is about to be recalculated. Today, the government will release a new GDP series, shifting the base year from 2011-12 to 2022-23. This matters because it affects how India measures real growth, sector performance, and even policy decisions. So, what exactly is changing, and will it rewrite India's growth narrative? GDP is measured against a base year, which acts as a benchmark to strip out inflation effects. But 2011-12 no longer reflects today's economy. Digital services have expanded rapidly, consumer spending patterns have evolved, manufacturing and trade structures have shifted. By moving to FY23 as the base year, the government says GDP calculations will better capture current economic realities. India periodically revises its base year in line with global statistical standards under the system of national accounts. The most significant change is in how GDP is adjusted for inflation, a process known as deflation. Earlier, India relied on roughly 180 price indicators. The Statistics Ministry will now use nearly 500 to 600. These will be drawn from detailed components of the Consumer Price Index and the Wholesale Price Index. Instead of broad economy-wide price measures, the new framework uses more granular, sector-specific deflators. That means consumption, investment, and trade will now be adjusted using price movements relevant to each category. This addresses long-standing concerns raised by economists and international agencies about excessive reliance on wholesale price trends. The most important technical shift is the introduction of double deflation. Previously, GDP was often adjusted using a single deflator applied to output. Under the new system, manufacturing and selected sectors will use separate deflators for outputs and inputs. Input costs such as metals, fuel, and imported components can move differently from final product prices. Double deflation ensures inflation-driven changes in margins are not mistaken for real output growth. Economists say this improves the accuracy of real value-added estimates. Now, one area of concern remains. GDP will move to an FY23 base. CPI has shifted to 2024, but the Wholesale Price Index still uses 2011-12 as its base year. Some economists described WPI as the weakest link, citing outdated weights and divergence between wholesale and retail price trends. Others argue the risk is limited because WPI is used at detailed industry levels, not as a single broad indicator. With more granular deflators, distortions may be reduced. The key question now is whether India's headline growth numbers will shift dramatically. Most economists say that is unlikely. However, sector-level estimates could change and volatility may reduce. According to the Statistics Ministry, the objective is simple: make GDP more accurately reflect actual production and consumption in today's economy. Follow for more stories.